It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey, here we are on Wednesday. Good morning to you, midway through the week. So hope it's going well for you. We're going to tell you about some news.
All right. Abortion will be on the ballot. As you know, there has been much debate over whether we'd see that issue in November or not. And the court has ruled, yes, we will. The amendment aims to undo Missouri's near total ban on abortion. If passed, the proposal would enshrine having an abortion in the Missouri Constitution. Now, legal fights have sprung up in about 8 states, at least 8 states, over whether to allow voters to decide this question and over the exact wording. But again, it has been decided in Missouri that we will in fact see it, and at least 8 other states, possibly 9, going to the polls in November.
Yeah, it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see what the wording is on the ballot initiative, because while abortion is the marquee issue that gets everybody's attention, this has to do with a lot more than abortion. So I would urge everybody to get it when it's out and read it.
Yeah, you can look at sample ballots. You can look at Ballotpedia. It's on the Missouri Secretary of State's website. So definitely there's so many issues worth familiarizing yourself with the language, which is very important before you get there in November.
Yeah. The Mercy Health System is planning to no longer accept Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield starting next year. Apparently, negotiations have broken down between those two organizations, and they did not reach a deal on a new contract. Still a chance, though. So you're saying there's a chance. There's still a chance that a deal can be reached. The current contract between the two doesn't end until December 31st. So we've got a few months left.
All right. $2 million worth of grant money is likely coming to Ozark, and it will help build more infrastructure. The plan is to extend and connect 17th and 18th streets east of Highway 65, plus better connect people to businesses and just better connectivity all around. You know, Ozark has like a kind of a strange layout. You know, it's long. Ozark's very long. There's like multiple exits, you know, on 65 for it. So this would help with better connectivity, also expand the Chadwick Flyer Trail. In fact, the road extension would cross the Chadwick Flyer Trail just south of the planned Highway 65 overpass. And the grant money would also help fund safety infrastructure to use at the trail crossing.
Okay. It seems like there's a lot of stuff going on, doesn't it?
Yes.
As far as
there is a
projects and
everywhere.
And road work. Yeah. It seems like there's a lot going on. And they haven't even really started the widening of Interstate 44 through Springfield. So that's going to happen. Man,
yep.
It's a lot.
There's a lot. All right, now to this. Missouri's Division of Alcohol and Tobacco Control, the ATC, will help combat the spread of unregulated psychoactive cannabis products. You've been hearing the governor talk about this just since the beginning of this month. So September 1st. State regulators say that 39 out of 64 facilities that they've visited have had unregulated psychoactive cannabis products on the store shelves. Governor Parson and other state leaders say the products are being deceptively marketed toward children. So now investigators are collecting evidence of deceptive marketing practices, essentially to make their case against certain facilities.
Wow. Okay. Missouri State University is coming up with a longer range strategic plan, essentially through 2030. The school is talking with employees, students, alumni, donors, local business leaders to assess the best path forward for the university. There's a website set up where you can voice your opinion. Certain stakeholders can give input on what priorities they'd like to see done at the university. The new president says this is to define Missouri State's priorities going forward, along with goals and objectives. So everybody's on the same page eventually. This is how they get there, I guess.
Yeah. A new park is open in North Springfield in an area that was considered a park and a play place desert, meaning there wasn't a lot around. It's called the Northeast Community Park, and it sits on North Glenstone Avenue, right next to Praise Assembly Church. The pastor says the Springfield Greene County Health Department had come to the church with the idea of building a big public playground on the church's land. And the church said, hey, let's do this together. And they decided to build an entire park for the community instead.
Nice.
So it's kind of cool. There's a pickleball court, basketball court, sand volleyball, soccer field. I got to see some video of it. I haven't actually driven up there yet, but it looks amazing. And soon they will be adding an accessible playground as well. So it's really nice.
Okay. Good for Springfield.
Yes. This is fun. A bicyclist, because I love to bicycle, made her way around the world on 2 wheels. She's still en route, but she's trying to set a new cycling record. Lael Wilcox's travels have taken her from Chicago to New York, to Portugal, to Georgia, to Alaska, New Zealand, Australia, and Springfield, Mo. How about that? She's trying to go 18,000 miles in 110 days. I believe that I looked this up earlier. Is it 164 miles? Is there a math nerd? Can I get a math nerd in the audience? Anybody?
Well, I know you're not talking to me.
Well, sometimes you somehow impress me with your math skill. I don't know how you do it, but it happened the other day and I was like, who is that guy? I was like, how attractive. Look at that guy. 164 miles. That's a lot of miles in one day on a bicycle. My butt hurts.
So every day, that's what it is, 161?
Yeah. No, 164 miles.
It has to travel. That's a lot of biking.
That's a lot of biking. I mean, it's really fun. I love biking, and I think it would be cool to see the world on 2 wheels because it's different than a car. You slow down, you stop, you smell the roses, but that's a lot of distance to cover.
Here's my problem with biking is that it hurts my butt.
You just need to get a callus on your butt. I know that's the problem because you don't do it enough.
No. See, that's absurd. That's people say, I say, man, it hurts my butt. And they say, well, you just have to wait till it goes numb. And I said, what?
No, it's kind of like getting a callus on your hand, except for Ethan doesn't know anything about getting a callus on his hand. His hands are softer than mine, which is, by the way, hilarious. He is a hard worker. He does all the manly things, but you just need to know that there is not a callus on that man's hands, and certainly not on his butt.
Soft as a baby's bottom.
He cannot ride a bicycle because he complains the whole time.
No. Wait till your butt goes numb and then it'll be okay. That's not the answer. Give me a comfortable
I'm telling
seat.
you, honestly, 164, I guess you would get used to that. I do think.
I don't want to get used to it.
After about 50 miles, I'm kind of ready to throw my bike. I'm ready to throw it into the ditch.
Yeah, because it's unnatural.
I feel like it is, but she's trying to set a world record, and I say more power to you.
Stage ahead of ZZ Top. The Ozark Mountain Daredevils taking the stage ahead of ZZ Top. They are opening for the group at the Black Oak Amphitheater in Lampe on Sunday, October 6th, starting at 6 in the p.m. Tickets available if you're interested. Black Oak Amp website. And the tickets start at about $52, which is these days a steal for tickets.
Not too shabby.
But it's nice. It'll be nice to hear the Daredevils. They're still kicking. They're still playing, and good for them.
Yeah. Okay, and finally the Friends of the Library book sale is going on now, so get excited. It is happening at the E-Plex out at the Ozark Empire Fairgrounds. There are hundreds of books to take home, and you can head out there today through Sunday. Today's hours are 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., same as Thursday and Friday, always 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., and then on the weekend, Saturday, it's 10 to 5. Sunday, it's 1 to 5. Parking is free. And you do need to know this. They only take cash or checks. So you got to come ready with that.
I know some people who take PTO to go to this. They twice a year. They love it so much. And I can understand why. I mean, it's books as far as the eye can see for very reasonable prices.
Yeah.
So if you're a bookworm, man, this is the place for you. Take PTO.
It really is. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, and then we want to mention before we go our contest. If you have not heard, the keyword is
dining.
Yep.
The keyword is dining.
The keyword is dining. This week's prize is a McCole Hardman signed jersey. He's like a Super Bowl hero catching the big pass. So
they know.
Signed jersey. Well, I just need to let them know what they're getting. And a Branson official vacation destination of the Kansas City Chiefs custom gear. So that's a lot. That's a mouthful, but it's going to be awesome. To win, you just need to go to aroundtheozarks.com and then click on Branson Bowl, and you will see where you can enter to win. You need your keyword. We will pick the winner tomorrow, which is Thursday afternoon. We pick it in the afternoon, and then we'll announce it Friday morning.
Okay. Aroundtheozarks.com. Check it out.
All right. That's it. That's all we got. Thanks for joining us. Thanks so much for your listenership or viewership. And we do hope to see you back here tomorrow morning.
Yep. See you later.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Rescue Towing and Command Family Medicine. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to your Wednesday. It is September 11th, and we are waking up with temperatures near 60 degrees in the Ozarks. Pretty comfortable this morning, and that chill in the air that's been around the last couple of days, well, today, not so bad. Early this morning, near 60 degrees. It's a warmer start to the day, and we are going to warm up nicely this afternoon. In fact, we'll be back very close to, even slightly above, seasonal averages in a few places. I have 88 degrees for the high temperature in Springfield. It's possible, though, that a couple of spots hit that 90-degree point today. Not too uncommon to see that happen in early September still. We still oftentimes have the summer-like weather that's hanging on. Today will be nice overall, mostly sunny, and I have an east breeze in the forecast, so things are looking pretty good for us if you have anything going on today. All of the activity is down in the Gulf today. Of course, all eyes on Hurricane Francine making big impacts down on the Gulf Coast. Here in the Ozarks, we are not impacted by that today, but that may change as early as tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. We will see some showers and thunderstorms return to the Ozarks. Best chances for seeing some of that rainfall will be in the southeastern portion of the area closer to that storm system. Here in the Ozarks, it's mostly sunny. We have an east breeze, very light, 3 to 8 miles an hour, just a little breeze out there, nothing too strong, and a high temperature near 88 degrees, as I mentioned. The clouds will start to return tomorrow. Temperatures won't take much of a hit, but we do have an increasing chance for rain on Thursday afternoon and evening for those southeastern counties. This is remnants of Francine, and the exact track here is going to make a big difference in who gets the rainfall. Now, I think it could make it as far west as Highway 65 and maybe even up into central Missouri and the St. Louis region as we head into Thursday night and Friday. Kind of yet to be determined. It depends on where this tropical system is going to head. If it moves inland and then heads on east, we won't see much rainfall, but if it moves up north, that means our rain chances will increase a bit. Even so, nobody getting a ton of rain. The best chances for rain will be our far southeastern counties, places like Shannon County, Eminence, moving down into West Plains, down into the Mountain Home region. That's where I think we get the most rainfall in the Ozarks, with a couple inches possible. For the Springfield region, I don't think we're talking a ton in terms of how much rainfall we get. Probably somewhere around a half inch is what we could hope for. It's not going to be a huge soaking rainfall, but we need the widespread rain showers, so we'll take what we can get out of this storm system. Then it looks like we dry up just in time for the weekend. Both Saturday and Sunday are looking dry and seasonal, with high temperatures back into the middle 80s both of those days. Today I have 88 for you for the high temperature. Tonight we'll see lows fall back into the low 60s. Tomorrow, a varying temperature. If If you're in our southeastern counties, you'll be a bit cooler because you get that shield of cloud cover associated with the rainfall I just mentioned. And again, we'll have a wide range in temperatures on Friday, with the warmest air staying out west and the cooler temperatures, perhaps highs in the low 70s over in our far eastern counties. That's as we head into Friday, and could hold on to some morning rain chances. Francine making all the headlines across the country. In fact, dangerous conditions for portions of the Gulf Coast. There have been evacuations for a few parishes in Louisiana. Mississippi going to get hit pretty hard with that storm system as well. Storm surge, high wind, lots of heavy rainfall, and tropical depression Babinka, I think that's how you say it, Babinka, is also set to impact part of the United States territories, Guam. That's happening today as well. So the tropics are very active. Meanwhile, back in the Great Basin, the headlines include high fire danger. That's what our friends out west are dealing with. So very active across the country for much of the day today. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister Trivia question for the day. This was kind of a fun one. What fruit is the most eaten in the world? Do you think it is A, apples, B, bananas, C, oranges, or D, strawberries? Most eaten in the world. It's actually B, bananas, which seems, I don't know, maybe you weren't surprised by this, but bananas only grow in tropical places. It's a tropical fruit. It doesn't grow in most places. So the fact that it's most eaten in the world says they got that export situation totally worked out. They do not grow in most of the United States, but the average American eats 26 pounds of bananas each year. I'll tell you what, bananas are a staple in our house. That is one thing my kids will just I think my son ate 2 for breakfast today. So he's probably over on the average 26 pounds a year. But bananas is the answer, which is kind of interesting. The United States is the largest importer of bananas in the world, by the way. Import value of $2.3 billion just in 2022. And most of those bananas come through the port of Gulfport in Mississippi. Both Chiquita and Dole, 2 very popular banana brands that you probably see in the grocery store, are imported through the port of Gulfport. So buy your bananas now, because as I just mentioned, Francine is going to be moving down into Louisiana and Mississippi, maybe holding things up down there. So pick up some bananas at the store if you can, because it might be slowed down with the imports there. The port of Gulfport for both Dole and Chiquita happening this week. Congrats if B Bananas was your guess. Here's your next chance to win. This is a $50 gift card to Habaneros on South Campbell. What do you call a group of flamingos? Do you think it is A, a flock, B, a colony, C, a flamboyance, or D, a guild? You can let me know your guess. That's at aroundtheozarks.com. Thanks for playing. And while you're there, you can check out the rest of the forecast. That's at aroundtheozarks.com. Thanks so much to Rescue Towing and Command Family Medicine for sponsoring Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. And thank you for listening. I hope you have an enjoyable day. A little bit hotter across the Ozarks today. Sunshine and a high temp of 88. Rain chances return for the eastern folks tomorrow.